Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, so we got that old 442. We got it painted. It looks pretty good. Pretty happy with it. It's in the Susie bake oven right now as we speak. It's in rotation mode. It's almost like a wind tunnel in there. Sometimes the car body will sit there and it'll just rotate on the skew. And it's probably been in there for, I'm gonna say a good 3-4 hours. I'm not sure at this point. Been in there for a bit, cooking away, and the paint was pretty dry. I don't put them in right away as soon as I paint them. I let it sit for probably a half hour, 40 minutes before I stick it in there. Let the paint really, just obviously it's got a fan, so it's got to draw air from somewhere, so I don't want the dust getting in it or whatever. But anyways, it was kind of, I wouldn't want to handle it, but it was dry. I like using the, I used the MCW paint on it, and I use hardener. And to tell you what, the secret to this stuff, guys, is to use a lot of hardener, not just a little. I'm talking spray that stuff in there, and it'll. The more hardener you put in it, you don't want to go 1 to 1. But I'm just saying, the more hardener you put in it, the glossier this thing's going to be, and the harder that shell's going to be in the end. So it'll cure faster for you, it dries faster, and it's way more durable if you're handling it, taping it, whatever you're going to do to it. So I started with primer. I'll show you that in the video. Put the MCW primer on, which I'm having a blank on where my jar is. Here we go. So we use MCW 1004 primer. Stuff works really good, and I am now out of it. Yes. After primer, took it over to the bench, did a little wet sanding. I show you this in the video. And I put a base color down, and I used a lacquer. This is mr.color 57. It's kind of a nice teal metallic. I'm sure if this was clear coated, it'd probably look really, really sharp, but just to spray it out right, it's almost, to me, it looks like base coat clear coat, for those who've done automotive painting. Kind of similar to that. I wet sanded that. Now in hindsight, I wish I wouldn't have wet sanded it because of two reasons. One, I kind of went a little too far in areas and it scratched it down to the plastic. So being I put the blue on it, the other blue, the final color, it was harder to cover up that, white spot of the plastic where I sanded through. So, and the other thing, there's a few spots I was trying to get to the edge, and I went pretty harsh with it. So I should have just left it. I didn't sand the bumpers or anything. I did do the hood. But all in all, they turned out really nice. You put enough paint on it, you can cover up anything, right? So, I went with the MCW Night Mist Blue Metallic. This is the color we want. I had you guys go online a while back, and white and blue was pretty much a tie color on there. And I just thought, man, so I was doing some research. The blue is just a really, really cool looking color on there. It looks really good. So, once this is all cured and dry, I am going to put silver on the bottom. I was going to do a gray. I originally was going to do like a gray color. Trying to find photos online, and it's kind of hit and miss. They don't really give you an actual color, and they just say it's gray. And then some colors, or some call it silver. So I'm looking at the decal sheet here. So our decal sheet, if you look at the decals that goes around the wheel wells and that goes along the body line here, that has almost like a silver color. So I don't want to go gray and put that decal on, and I really don't want to go through and have to cut that off just in case I go into the gold a little bit and get carried away and I nip that. So I'm going to go silver, and the silver we're going to use once this is completely cured out and gassed out and all that good stuff is mr.color's Super Metal 2. So it's pretty cool looking. I kind of put it up to the decal, and it's pretty close to it. It's pretty close. So once I do that, not 100% if I'm going to clear coat it or not. I like clear coat my decals, but this thing turned out pretty shiny, so I don't want to take a chance of the dirt thing and all that good stuff. I got just a couple little specks in it, which is usually, it happens. It happens. That's how it goes. So, like I say, with that done, pull it out of the oven here and maybe take a look at it. So. Alright guys, we are ready to put this in some primer. We're going to use the MCW light gray primer in lacquer. And we're going to get that body primered. And we're going to do both hoods. And I'm going to do a little experimenting with the paint here. And we'll see what it looks like. So, get these all in primer and we'll try to shoot some color on it. The good old boys. Alright, we're going to start with some primer. We're running our Pache with a 0.5 needle, and we are running about 19 psi, 18 roughly. Alright guys, we're going to give just a little bit of wet sand. We're going to put some color on the one hood. I'm going to try that out. See how that goes. So this is 1500. This is actually just regular sandpaper. I don't know, I just think it works a little better than the sandpaper you buy for modeling. It is a little more aggressive, but when they say 1500 in sandpaper for modeling, it seems like it's more like 2000 for automotive. So this will cut a little faster. It's one of those you gotta be just a little more careful with. Clean that paper off so we can use it for next time around on another project. Okay, all right. So I mix myself up just enough to give myself a light coat. I'm not looking to overdo the whole car, just enough to give it some tone. Alright guys, we got our base coat down. This isn't the actual color. It's just going to be like a base sub color for the real color. This is just a lacquer. So the nice thing about it, you paint it and then 2 seconds goes by and you can work with it. That's one nice thing about lacquer. The nice thing. I'm going to do a little color sand on this, smooth it down. It's pretty smooth right now, but just a little bit, just take out the edges. Alright, time for the main event color. Alright, let's see what we got going here. She's warm. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that's pretty good. Set these off to the side first. See what we got going here. This is really, really metallic-y. So check that color out. Nice. That is sharp looking. That's a very cool looking color. So we are going stock body in this. I'm not doing the custom look to it. So we're going stock. So here we are. So it turned out pretty nice. So that body line down is going to get gray along the bottom. So yeah, like I say, I'm pretty happy with that. I got the windows taped up inside because I didn't want to get my roof job there all nasty. So I'm going to run some black panel line around the sides there, so that'll kind of get rid of my white line where the body lines are, same as on the door. But yeah, that turned out pretty good. So yes sir guys, that is the color we've gone with. And like I say, that should look pretty good with those gold decals and the gray on the bottom, or silver I should say. So that accent should look pretty good together. So yeah, so that's going to wrap up this video. Until next time we get the other color put on. And by then we'll probably put the color in and get some decals put on and go from there. So the rest of the car is coming along pretty good. The interior is almost done. So let me shut this oven off here. Yeah, so next time you see it, it should be a two-tone car with the other color in it. So, oh, the oven just shut up. Good deal. So yeah, like I say, I got a couple little pieces in there, but oh, I don't know. I might just leave them. It's very, very minor. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, guys. That's going to do it for this episode of Olds 442. We'll get the black under the hood painted and go from there. So, like I say, it's a pretty cool color. I like it. Looks good. All right. Till next time, guys. You guys have a good one, and thanks for watching.